Good afternoon, everyone. We'll just jump in for a few, we'll just wait for a few more seconds for everyone to jump in for this informative, interactive webinar that we have today is Startup, Start Right. My name is Jesus Padilla. I am the Assistant Director here at the Florida SBDC at FIU. This is a good opportunity for you to introduce yourself. What type of business do you have? What type of industry? Are you starting your business? Recently started, have a business idea? So like that, throughout today's presentation, we'll be able to have a conversation, different ideas, marketing tips, next phases, also introductions to additional partners and consultants to assist your business needs. Also, some general housekeeping items. This is a recorded webinar, so in case if you have to step out, answer a phone call, drink a second cup of coffee, don't worry, all participants will be receiving today's presentation and also the recording on the YouTube channel. Definitely encourage you to like and subscribe. So a brief description of who we are, what we do. We are the Florida SBDC at FIU under the FIU College of Business. And we have a team of 26 specialized consultants to assist you at no cost. This is a small picture of our team as we were awarded the 2023 National SBDC of the Year. Our services provide the one-on-one consulting, training, and information of small businesses that are physically located here in Miami-Dade, Monroe County. If your business is located outside of the jurisdiction of Miami-Dade, Monroe County, don't worry, shoot us an email and I'll be more than happy to connect you with your local SBDC. Since 2014, our center, we have worked with over closely 8,000 small businesses and have generated almost 120,000 hours of consulting. What is BizCap? This is the Business Growth and Acceleration Program. It was an initiative that we have begun running since 2016 that provides local consulting, training, and outreach to small businesses in targeted communities and commercial corridors. The overall goal is to provide an additional tool for your toolbox to continue growing your business, providing resources and information for the business growth. Some of the outcomes that we have seen from the partnerships with multiple communities and multiple projects here in Miami-Dade County, we canvassed door-to-door, speaking to the small business owners. What are the pain points? What are some areas to alleviate those pain points? What services, what trainings? And we have been able to provide those technical assistance and trainings. So we met close to 325 businesses through the door-to-door canvassing, but with the consulting and training, close to over 300 clients, 300 entrepreneurs participated in those trainings and consulting sessions. So here's a picture of some of our previous projects. On the top left-hand corner, we were working on the Flagler Corridor project as we were canvassing, meeting with the restaurants, with small businesses on how we can assist them with their business needs, followed by on the right-hand side on a project that we worked with the city of North Miami Beach as we focus more on the government contracting and also in the marketing side as well. For this year, the BizCap project, Florida Congressional District 27, is funded by a grant through the U.S. Small Business Administration. The district encompasses through the city of Miami, Key Biscayne, Coral Gables, and runs through Kendall down to Cutler Bay. The overall objectives that we want to focus in Congressional District 27 is focusing on the three core activities: the training, the outreach, the door-to-door canvassing, the one-on-one consulting, but also the mapping of the data, the surveys of small businesses that are located in District 27. Our goal, it is to work with over 1,000 small businesses in consulting and training for 2024. So I want to thank you all once again at participating in today's webinar, Start Right. Once again, my name is Jesus Padilla from the Florida SBDC at FIU. Also, if you have any questions throughout today's presentation, strongly encourage you to put them in the Q&A. And like that, throughout today's presentation, my colleagues and I will be more than happy to answer those questions for you. All right, perfect. Yeah. So I have a few business ideas. Exactly. It's pretty hard to choose which one is to start. The good thing is that in the first half or the first quarter of the presentation is the idea phase along with the planning phase. So the first half of the presentation will help you to start connecting the dots, creating the outline to see the pros and cons, the cost benefit analysis, to see which idea is more suited. But at the same time, once you get the traction for that first business venture, then you could focus on the second business idea as well. And then perfect, the interior design studio. Yep, we have there's a lot of opportunities on that regard, in regards to government contracting, with the working with the local municipalities, the agencies. So you could definitely solicit your services and also what type of certifications you need. So you could definitely scale and market your services as well. So who am I? What do I do? I am once again the assistant director here at the Florida SBDC FIU. I was recently honored as one of America's SBDC 40 under 40, a recognition of SBDC staff from across the national network will demonstrate the innovation, leadership, and commitment to the SBDC's mission. I have worked in the center for over 9 years. I have co-consulted in marketing and startup area by providing those innovative tips um, to successfully start your business. Pretty much thinking outside the box. Let's throw spaghetti to the wall, but let's see what kind of spaghetti actually does stick to the wall. And in addition, I am a three-time alum here at FIU with a master's in business and in marketing as well. Oftentimes, some of our clients and entrepreneurs, they ask me, what is my why? My why is simple. It's I enjoy assisting entrepreneurs to start and successfully launch their businesses to create that economic impact in the community. So in the chat, I just want to know, what is your why? Why are you an entrepreneur? Why are you launching your business? I just want to get to know your why, so that we'll be able to have that as the mantra and the compass throughout today's presentation. Oh, all right, perfect. Okay, yep, yep. To have a family legacy. Awesome, thank you. Yeah, so we'll be discussing two of the different learning objectives. It is going to be the discuss entrepreneurship, what makes a successful entrepreneur, and strategies to turn an idea into a business, followed by those actionable steps and key resources to start the business the right way. There's multiple areas to start a business, or even traveling. There's different ways how to get to a destination. It could be walking, it could be running, it could be flying, taking the train. So there's different ways, but having those actionable steps and resources will start the business the right way. So that is finding the safest and most conservative route from taking you from point A to point B. Full disclosure, I am not an accountant. I'm not a legal professional. So we will not be discussing all different scenarios or circumstances. There may be other considerations or steps that you want to follow, but the information is intended to provide information on entrepreneurship and the steps that you may want to take to start your business. So definitely, I'm giving you the tip of the iceberg, but if there's more in towards the iceberg, definitely touch base with your accountant and legal professional for those key areas as well. So where to get started? In the chat or in the show of hands, you could definitely elaborate how do you get started. Was it like a business idea that you had always in mind, the business experience, you started as a side hustle, or you bought a business. So like I just want to get to know your how you started your journey as an entrepreneur. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Family owned, as a hobby. Perfect. All right. So we'll be talking about the what is entrepreneurship. Side hustle, perfect. I've been managing business. Hey Javier, how's it going, buddy? Okay, yeah, perfect. Yes, I also just full disclosure, like I myself, I am also an entrepreneur myself. I also have that spirit. I have multiple side hustles, online based. So definitely I know the pain points, the good and bad, the ugly, in regards of being an entrepreneur. But the good thing is the purpose of today's presentation is to help you to take that risk, but help you to make it more of a calculated risk. Because at the end of the day, we're all risk takers. And that is the sole purpose of being an entrepreneur. And what is entrepreneurship? It is the activity of setting up a business or businesses on taking a financial risk in the hope for profit. Obviously, everyone knows the traditional successful startup examples like Amazon with the traditional bookstores, Nike with the athletic apparels. But remember, you don't need to recreate the wheel, create a new product or service from scratch. Some of the most successful companies didn't create the new products or services themselves. What they did based on their strategies and innovations, it was to improve the marketplace to provide a better quality on service or products in the already existing marketplace. Some of the benefits in regards of having a successful startup strategy, you don't need to invent something new, or you could definitely identify the competitors' weaknesses and market opportunities that creates your competitive advantage. So if you're going to be lowering costs, if you're coming into the marketplace, hey, I have these pens, these are the best pens, and I'm selling it for a penny, that's great. But what's the perception? How's the quality of the pen? So you have to find a Goldilocks approach where it's understanding the consumer behavior, the customer pain point based on their thresholds of their purchasing power. So you're able to alleviate those areas that they are not satisfied with the competitors, but at the same time, you're having a good margin to make more bang for your buck. So we're going to be talking the four key steps in starting your business the right way. Obviously, just these are the four areas, and just think of it as the four walls to your house. So we have the idea, the planning, the financing, and launching the business. So this is where we're able to start putting everything in paper to see what works, what doesn't work. Creating that outline, what you need, what's going to be the potential cost, who's going to be your primary and secondary target markets that definitely will purchase or use your services or products. So we'll be discussing on the planning phase, and this is where you have to focus on the three key areas: understanding your market, developing that business model, and creating a business plan. So just a show of hands, has any of you created a business plan? If you have, please put in chat, how was that experience? Was it overwhelming? Was it easy? Was it stressful? Or also, what was the intended usage of developing the business plan? Not yet. Okay, perfect. Okay. Yep. Stressful. Yep. That's the one thing. Like I don't want you to feel stress. Let stress be outside. But definitely, we're here to assist you, to give you those tools for you to have a successful business plan, successful business venture, so you're able to execute those goals that you want to set forth. And let's create that vision. Let's manifest it so we can work together on how we can execute those pain points. So understanding the market, this is what is the market, and let's go in a macro and let's grow organically. The market is the consumers with unsatisfied wants and needs who have both the resources and willingness to buy from you. This could be anything. Everyone is a consumer. So if you're not happy with the service that you have received at this restaurant, you definitely will buy at another location to alleviate those needs. So like I love pasta and steak. So if I have a bad experience at this steakhouse, I would definitely go to another steakhouse. I would definitely be able to alleviate those needs as I have the resources and the willingness to buy again, become a repeat customer. But as an entrepreneur, you should set out to fill out the market needs by offering top quality and great service at a fair price. Once again, the perception: how is the quality of the pen if it's a very cheaply priced? So how to find that Goldilocks approach, but at the same time, you don't want to be alienating your respected clients or potential clients if you price it too high. So you have to find that Goldilocks approach, and perhaps you might have a separate brand to offer that more of quality service as well. So you could definitely do some market research, understand what they like and don't like, so you'll be able to be fully executing your goals. And one of the key benefits of being a small business owner, it is you're able to understand the behaviors. What's the market dictating? What are some of the pain points? So that you have the ability to know the market and quickly adapt to those needs. So you're able to pivot. So a perfect example, it is a small business owner is like navigating in a kayak in a canal. It's easy to make a 3-point turn versus a big business as if it's cruise ship, it's difficult to make a turn. So this is where we're able to understand the market. Perhaps those existing clients no longer are part of that market that you would like to cater to. So you have to pivot, understand new trends, new habits, so you could be promoting your services and creating that brand experience as well. When I was doing my MBA, I had to select one business, and I chose 7-Eleven by understanding the market. And this is a really good example. The founder of 7-Eleven, Joel Thompson, once said, "Give the customers what they want, when and where they want it." So by doing so, they were able to be successful in multiple countries and providing a great service as well. Look at the United States. It's the everyday products on the go, like a quickie mart, a gas station. But look at Indonesia. That's a trendy hotspot where young people hang out, spend time, meet their friends. In Taiwan, you're able to service your bicycle and make photocopies. Imagine if I told my friends right now, "Hey, let's go and hang out at 7-Eleven." They're just gonna laugh on my face and say, "Jesus, find new friends," because that's not what we do. But in Indonesia, that is a spot to go to. So this is how 7-Eleven has been able to be successful by understanding the market and able to cater to the needs and wants of the respected clients in the particular countries. As know that you can gain direct experience with market and with the market by working in existing business or networking with peers in the industry, so that you're able to learn the good, the bad, and the ugly. But at the same time, if you don't have access with the market research, understanding the industry trends, don't worry. We have consultants that can assist you with the data, access, and the resources that will be able to assist you to understand the numbers, the figures, the demographics, the segments, to make sure that you're making the right choices to cater to those needs. Once again, the industry research can be conducted in person, or by you and your team, but also with the U.S. Census Bureau, the Federal Reserve, the Department of Labor, but also the SBA has a great website of making a competitive analysis along with the research. So you could definitely have like a good outline, a good starting point to address those needs. Like I said, you don't have to make a copy, take a picture of it. All participants will be receiving today's presentation and also recording as well. This is where you're able to factor if you're making the right choice by putting a brick and mortar, trying to service or promote your products to a particular clientele in the demographics in the market that you like to cater to. So some factors you should consider is the potential demand, the market size, the competition, the economic indicators, the location and pricing. So a perfect example, it is, I want to open up a daycare. That's a big necessity. That's always a need. But the location I want to create the day or have the daycare, it is in one part of a county that there's no daycare, no child care services. So right there, there's a potential demand. That's fantastic. The market size is huge. It's perfect. But then once you're looking at it, you realize that there's no daycares because it is a 55 and over communities. So that is not a good decision because there's no kids, there's no young families, up and coming, populations of children age services. But if you decide to do it in another part of the city or county, you might realize there might be 5 or 6 different daycares. But what do they cater? Is it like a full mile, like a 2-mile radius, 15-mile radius? But at the same time, what's the competition? Your direct and indirect competitors, along with the economic indicators. How much are you willing to sell your services to? Are you pricing yourself too low, too high? And how is the location? If it's going to be in a high-rise building versus one that is easily accessible to take you from point A to point B to get the children or solicit your services. So these are different areas that you're able to understand your market, and but at the same time, always having these factors into consideration. At the end of the day, slow and steady wins a race. By developing the business model, there's two elements of the business model that you should include. It is the value proposition and the go-to-market strategy. We do have a great consultant, just being very transparent, that definitely helps you to create the business model of developing the value proposition, the creating the brand experience, so that you're able to make that clear and compelling statement on the unique value your company brings to the marketplace. How do you stand out amongst the competitors? This is some sample questions. Have this as your mantra, like a why, like your why. It's what do you offer to the customer? What needs are you satisfying? And how are you different from the competition? Sometimes when we have clients that they say, I am the best, I'm offering everything to the clients, there's no competition, that's great. But let's dive in a little bit deeper so we could have a good business model. So that could be your business, your value proposition. So just some food for thought on that regard. The go-to-market strategy is that roadmap from getting your product or services to the customers. What are the tactics are being used so they could receive your products, but also focus on defining the target market. Who's your primary and secondary target markets? Identifying your customers. What is their customer persona? Do they drive to work or do they take public transportation? What are their ages? What music do they like to listen to? So like, for example, if I have a nice boutique store, it's graduation season. So I'm definitely getting some, getting my suits good to go for graduation. I want to listen to nice mellow jazz elevator music instead of hardcore rock, and it's not a pleasant experience. So you have to get the vibe, know the room, know the customers, what they like, so it'll be a pleasant experience across the board. Also, it shows you how you reach your customers. Is it going to be more bulletins, postcards? It's going to be billboards, but also outline those pricing models. Is it subscription-based, annual-based, one-time based? What's the frequency? So by having a good understanding of your business model in the go-to-market strategy will definitely enhance that roadmap for your success. Great. So I have a question here in regards of the value proposition, in regards of what about creating a clothing line to compete with Nike and Patagonia? High demand, but also a high barrier to entry. Correct. So that's why you have to focus on a niche product or niche market of the overall landscape of the clothing line. So like if it's going to be more for people who like to run versus any everyday use. So by having a good understanding of the market, you could definitely tap into it. And then before you know it, you're able to extend the additional lines of clothing. So, everyone started with Nike with the shoes, and then afterwards, before it became the shorts and the jerseys and stuff like that. So having a good idea of a small niche and you're able to grow it organically. I have another question here in regards of the challenge is always how to get capital to propel a business versus being asked for existing revenue. Yes. So that is where it's not only that, but also there's other factors to consider. The 5 C's of credit. Do you have any collateral? What's the capacity? What are the conditions? Obviously, capital is another one. So by having a good understanding of the 5 C's, and if you have any potential contracts or any other areas to make it more attractive as having a strong business plan, there's a possibility, or even start with a microloan. That definitely helps to get traction to propel the business towards where you want to get the respected funds that you're seeking. Once again, in the developing business model, there's multiple links that you could definitely take advantage of in regards of what is more in depth of a business model, how to develop it, how to create a value proposition, but then more in depth of what is the go-to-market strategy. I know earlier we talked about the experience of developing the business plan, but I know it was stressful and it was overwhelming, but at the same time, like I don't want you to lose track when it comes to drafting the business plan. In regards to putting your ideas into the business plan, because definitely you start to get traction, create the roadmap and the outline. Don't let the idea drafting the business plan delay the opportunity to move forward. So let's focus on getting the idea out of your head into paper. But at the same time, this definitely helps to have that roadmap, but also present it to potential bankers, investors, partners, and also have that roadmap for your success. Perfect. I love this question. Do you know or have anyone who can help with a Shopify dropshipping store? We do. We have some consultants that focus on, they have experience in retail, but also online based as well. So definitely strongly encourage you to register for consultation, and I'll be more than happy to connect you with the appropriate consultant. I got you. Like I said, we're family. So like let the stress be outside in our conversation. It's how can I help you to be successful? So this is where we're able to write a business plan, but another cool tool, it's the business model canvas. It is a one-page document that has the key components of a business plan. It does not replace a business plan, but creates the outline as what are your key partners? What key activities are you going to be doing? Where are the revenue streams? The customer relationships, the customer segments. So all the key components of what entails a business plan, it is on this canvas. So think of it as you're an artist and you're just painting on the canvas. Let this be your business, obviously the business model canvas for a reason, so like that you're able to put all your ideas into life. Perfect. That's great. So when you're writing a business plan, understand that a good business plan is tailored to a specific audience. Your plan will have the similar elements of a Fortune 500 company, but doesn't need to be as complex. It doesn't have to be 50 pages, 200 pages. Last week, I read one for 73 pages. I just want to go straight to the point because you want to captivate the reader's interest and draw attention for the partners, the investors to read on. So if you have like a 10-page business plan and go straight to the point with the key areas and the key descriptions, of the business plan, it makes it more enticing versus reading a 73-page business plan. In the financing, before your business launches or your website opens the door or you have bills to pay, the first step is to calculate those startup expenses. Depends greatly on whether your business is brick and mortar, service based, or online based. So this is where you're able to have a good understanding of what are your expenses for at least a good 6 months. If you have up to a few years, will be fantastic because like that, it creates a narrative as to how much capital you need, along with the infusion of the capital that you've received to show the tractions, the projections, and the growth of the business. So depending on your business categories, start a list of the key expenses you anticipate having when launching the business. It could be the office space, the inventory, the equipment, the licensing, the insurance, and so on. So definitely break them down if there are one-time expenses or monthly expenses and calculate at least 1 year of those expenses, but projecting from 3 to 5 years is even better as it creates the narrative with the business plan of the next 3 to 5 years. The SBA has some really good tools for developing a spreadsheet that you can use as a template. So definitely helps the plug and play. And then afterwards, you could definitely plug and play into the business plan from this spreadsheet. So now you have calculated your startup expenses, it is time to consider how to fund your business venture. So some clients, some of the common sources is bootstrapping. It's the best way to fund the business, retain the ownership and control over the direction of the business. But once we talked about the calculated risk, if you're not careful, it could definitely delay your retirement, your personal finances, and at the same time, you assume all risk as well. Yes, we're gonna have some slides in regards to the different um business entities. But then at the same time, what type of licensing, it varies based on what type of business industry you're in. And like that, our consultants will be able to guide you what's needed, what's not needed. Because it could also be insurance, it could be the certificate of usage, the local business tax receipt on the countywide, and also within the city licensing or ordinance as well. So our consultants will be able to cross the T's and dot the I's to see which one is best suited for you. With the sources of capital, other financing options is the family, friends, and fools, but also there are CDFIs, there's government agencies, along with the traditional banks and finance companies. So definitely, if you're looking for capital, we have multiple organizations that can assist you, but some of them will be asking for you have to be in business for X amount of time, generate X amount of sales, or some could be, hey, I just need a business plan. So it all varies, and we'll be more happy to connect you with the appropriate channels, and they'll be able to guide you with the best route based on the amount of funds that you're seeking. Then there's other avenues to obtain capital in the realm of crowdfunding, the angel investors, and the venture capitalists. So now the final step in launching your business, it is understanding the four major forms of business ownership. The sole proprietor, it is a business owned, usually managed by one person. It's a one-stop shop. But with a partnership, this is where two or more people legally agree to become co-owners and win together and they lose together. But at the same time, this is where you're able to agree upon the roles and responsibilities, the split of the ownership, if it's a 60-40, 75 and 25, or 99 and 1%. So it all varies. But having everything agreed upon, it makes it less stressful in the end. Corporation, this is where a legal entity with authority to act and have liability apart from its owners. And one of the most common ones is the LLC, that it offers protection from the owner, from personal liability to any of the debts the business incurs. So it's completely separate. So a perfect example that I always give, it is the makeup industry. Makeup industry is one of the most litigious industries out there because I could have an allergic reaction and the next person doesn't. So this is we're able to have everything separated so that if something does happen to me, I have the allergic reaction, I decide to sue, I'll be able to sue the business, not the person, as everything's protected. But if you put everything under one entity and put it under your house, then that's where your debts also is commingling with the business. Then it's the whole pie. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I have a question right here. I'm located in West Palm Beach. I wanted to go to the BizCap, but I saw that it's 2 hours from where I am, and I think this event will be more. Okay. So, Priscilla, which event are you talking about? And I'll be able to connect you and assist you with the next steps. You could definitely attend all of our workshops. We're not being excluded regardless where you're at. But if you're looking for actually consulting, I'll be more than happy to connect you with our colleagues at the Florida SBDC at FAU, as they cover Palm Beach and Broward County. And depending on what type of assistance you're seeking, I'll be more than happy to make that virtual introduction and build that bridge with the respective consultant. So once again, depending on the product and service in the industry, certain businesses structures may have advantages, some have disadvantages, but some factors to consider include the personal liability, the taxes, the paperwork required to file with the government. So definitely encourage you to consult with your attorney, accountant for guidance and considerations of your venture. Once again, the SBA has a really good link, so you're able to know more in depth the general traits of each structure. Okay, perfect. Okay. In the state of Florida, how we talked about earlier in terms of understanding your customers, this is where you're able to start doing like a market research. One of the first steps that I strongly encourage any of you that are looking to start and incorporate, register the business is search the business name if it's available on some biz. Sometimes we have clients that they create the website domain, start marketing, branding their business, and then when it's time to register the name in state, it's already used. Or perhaps it's a similar name and that other business had bad business ethics or not so good business practice. So you don't be, the perception or pretty much be associated with a business that is not so good. So always do research first, have some a business name that is unique. This is the first avenue that we strongly encourage our clients to do first. The website also has our resources, legal forms, business regulations, information in creating a fictitious name towards your business. But then on the IRS forms, this is where you're able to create the EIN that helps you register your business entity, obtain the business loan, obtain the business bank accounts that is needed for tax filing and reporting purposes. So think of this as the social security number of your business. Now, I know we talked about the licensing, what permits that is needed. This is where, if you're interested to do business here in Miami-Dade County, the county has a good website to help you launch your business, information covering the permits, the licensing, the requirements, and the employer resources. So definitely this is a good starting point to cross the T's and dot the I's to see which one is needed for your business needs and venture. The local business tax receipt, this is one area that not many people do, and strongly encourage you to do it as soon as possible, as it is required for your business to be compliant. If a business is located within the municipality, it's required to obtain both the city receipt and the county receipt. So depending on what city that you're operating, what county, definitely do a due diligence by checking the website of your county and the municipality for additional business resources and requirements. And just like how it is with the with your license plate tag, you always have to renew it every year. Definitely encourage you to renew it every year. As it is from October 1st to September 30th. One of the cool slides of today's presentation is this one right here. It's the additional resources. Where in how to create a business plan, how to develop one, how to enhance it based on what type of industry. Bplans.com is a really good website that they have templates and it's a plug and play of what type of industry you're in, what type of different ideas how to develop a business plan. Definitely encourage you to visit bplans.com. And then the research on the starting your business in state of Florida through SunBiz. The SBA Business Launch Guide has a really good tools, so you're able to enhance that conversation with our business consultants, along with the Miami-Dade County and the state of Florida regulations and what you need to start your business here in the state. Okay, just give me 1 second, okay. Okay, in regards if the LLC I started will not hold a physical location, solely works a consulting managing of another company, is a local business tax required. It varies based on the municipality, not county, but it could be city. Because I've had clients that they're a home-based business and they have to get the county, but not the city, or it was vice versa. So it all varies. Yeah, unincorporated. Yeah, so it could be most likely. Don't quote me. I think it's going to be only county, but Javier, our consultants, will be able to answer that question for you. Just shoot me an email, and I'll be more than happy to connect you with a consultant to address that question for you. And then I have another question. Can you share where to find this for the Fulton County, Atlanta? Absolutely. Yes. Navita, just shoot me an email, and I actually do have colleagues over in the Fulton County area from the SBDC, and I'll be more than happy to connect them with you. But definitely, you could definitely have these. You're still gonna get the presentation. You're getting the homework. But in regards how to start the business in Fulton County and in the state of Georgia, it's completely separate. But at least this gives you a good starting point, as you got the homework before the teacher gives it to you. You don't have any. Yeah, my colleague Ian will be able to put my email in the chat. That's not a problem. So that is the end of today's presentation, but I want to give you some homework, so we could definitely get the next stepping stone. Definitely, this is a good way so you could check off where you stand and what you need to comply. So think of it as a marathon. I'm a marathon runner, so this is my 13 miles to run a half marathon. So mile one is going to be choose the business name. Do you have a business name already or planning to choose one? So start doing the check mark. Um, choose a your business address. Is it going to be a an enhanced business address like a USPS or UPS post PO box, or is it going to be your home based business? You have a physical location. Where is going to be your business address? What's your business entity? Is it going to be a partnership, a corp, so proprietorship, a an LLC? But what type of licensing and permits you need to make sure that you're fully compliant? This is where we're able to request an EIN number, followed by opening up the business bank account so that you're not commingling your personal finance with the business finance. This could be a good way to consider getting a business credit card or a small microloan just to get the ball rolling. So it all varies based on how much capital you need or bootstrapping with your family and friends. So it all different varies. This is where we're able to establish business credit by Duns and Bradstreet number and start building the business from the ground up. Set up your books. This is a great way for you to fully understand your financial management. Um, um, we have consultants that can assist you with your QuickBooks. So you're able to have that language, that lingo that the accountants have, the bankers have, so that you're able to have that conversation instead of, I don't know, my accountant does everything. You want to make sure that you know your numbers inside out, your balance sheet, your income statement, your cash flow statements, your break-even assets, just to name a few items. But definitely by having a good understanding of your books will make your business more solid, have a good foundation, but at the same time, stabilize for how you want to take your business to the next phase. Creating a website. We have consultants that can assist you, giving you the tools for you able to develop the website and make sure the messaging, the communications, it parlays with the website. So for example, the example I love steaks. So if I want to open up a steakhouse, I want to have pictures of steaks. Have what social media channels? YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, just to name a few. But I don't want to have pictures of salads. I want to have the steaks, or the YouTube channel could be different ways how to season a steak or recipes. The pictures on Instagram, LinkedIn, it could be marketing promoting the executive lunch menu. Close your deals in 30 minutes while having the express lunch. So there are different ways how to have the messaging in all different platforms while having a good enticing website. Get a business phone number. It could be a Google Voice number, so that you have to put your personal cell phone number. So there's different ways how to get your business phone number, but then at the same time register your business with online services. It could be through different platforms, but like I said, no two businesses, no two industries are the same. So this is where you're able to start seeing which is the best route for you as well. Yes, Navita, just send me an email, because I could do more research, because I actually have some colleagues in the Atlanta SPDC, and I would love to have the handoff, a personalized handoff, with our colleagues over there. Perfect, yeah. Our consultant can assist um in the website, in terms of improving it and enhancing it with the SEO analysis, make sure that everything is in good standing. We do have some great consultants in the state, in the state of Florida, that focus on the website assistance. So definitely, Mary, shoot me an email and I'll be able to connect you with my colleague. So if there's any particular questions or anything that you want me to go over a little bit more in depth, don't hesitate. Like I said, we're family. And if I don't know the answer, I'll tell you, and I'll tell you, shoot me an email, and I'll be more happy to connect you with the appropriate consultant to address that question for you. But like I said, once again, this is a recorded webinar. All participants will be receiving today's presentation, and any way that we can assist you with the next steps, be more than happy to do so as well. And then If you want to connect with us, definitely encourage you to like and subscribe our YouTube channel. That's why we have a plethora of recorded webinars. It enhances our conversation, additional tools for your toolbox. But then at the same time, visit us at our website at bizcap.miami, as we have multiple workshops, multiple trainings in all different topics. So you're able to address those needs, address the challenges, and how we can assist you. So you could alleviate those pain points, because at the end of the day, we want you to grow and succeed as well. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Yep, I love it. I love it that they definitely enjoyed it. Okay. Okay. Do y'all have a recommendation referral of bank institutions to start a business banking with? Yeah. Yes, Javier. I'll give you the our colleagues' information. Yes. Javier, I'll touch base with you offline. Because I do have some consultants that can assist you with the SBA loan down the line. But then at the same time, obviously, I could email you some of our colleagues, which I think that you also have the same contact information. So at least you're able to start having like the introductions, have a seat at the table. So when you're ready to on the table is all yours. Okay. And then if you're interested to meet with one of our business consultants, I'll definitely encourage you to scan the QR code. But also, my colleague Ian is putting my Calendly link, so we could definitely have like a 15-minute conversation. So we could create the roadmap and so that you're able to enhance the conversation with the assigned consultants. So like that, it's instead of asking you what type of assistance you're seeking, I'm able, or we'll have an introductory conversation. So we could do, okay, you're looking for online marketing. Yes, what type of online marketing? What is the end goal? What do you need? So that I'll be able to give you the resources, but also start making that introduction with our business consultants on that regard. But yes, we do assist with online marketing. And what's the end use of it? Is it to enhance the social media platforms? Is it more reach? Is it more customers? Or have additional options as well? So we have consultants that can guide you through that process as well. The only two areas that we do not provide assistance, it is legal and accounting. So if you're looking assistance in those two areas, don't worry, send me an email and I'll be more than happy to connect you with my colleagues and information to address those areas. Okay. Do you also help with import export? Yes, we do. Priscilla, yes, we do have international trade specialists, and some of our consultants have experience from their own business ventures that do import export. So they could definitely guide you what permits, what licensing that you need. Also, if you're interested to do an export marketing plan, that's a whole separate route that our international trade specialists can also assist you. So send me an email. You could register. Also, we could definitely have the conversation, a 15-minute conversation, so that we could definitely just go straight with the next steps and provide you the necessary information for you. In regards of nonprofits is outside the scope of our services, but I do have colleagues that do work with nonprofits, and they'll be able to assist you with the information on how to look for grants, operations, marketing within that regard on nonprofit sector. For the Sarasota County, unfortunately, the BizCap project, it is intended for Miami-Dade businesses, practically in the Congressional District 27. But if you send me an email, I have my colleague, and I'll be able to make that virtual introduction to connect you with the consultants over in Sarasota. You could also send me an email with Jesus, I'm looking for ABC items, so that I'll be able to make that virtual introduction with my counterpart over at the Florida SBDC at USF. And so that you'll be able to assign the respective consultant on that regard. Yes, my email is in the chat. Yes, that my colleague Ian put. Okay. But like I said, if there's any way that we can assist you, don't hesitate. We're an email, an event away. Like I said, we're family, so I'm here to assist you. But at the same time, I want to thank my three great colleagues, Kelly and Ian, for being behind the scenes. But at the same time, I want to thank you all for attending today's webinar. I'm looking forward to working with you at any capacity, virtually or in person. but definitely looking forward to working with you any way we can. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Take care, everyone.